Hello, my pasta-eating, loving boys and girls. We're back! We're back into the Olive Garden. We're gardening it up. It's our time. Here's the start of the Olive Garden show, my boys.
On nights when Dad works late, we'll treat ourselves a bit at Olive Garden.
Ooh, breadsticks.
It's a chance for us to catch up. So is Donna still in the picture?
Maybe.
Enjoy Olive Garden's new chicken crostata, grilled marinated chicken breast with our tomato Alfredo sauce. Or new steak crostata, grilled steak medallions with a 4 cheese sauce, both with crispy Asiago cheese crostatas and unlimited salad and breadsticks.
So is this serious?
Yeah, this is seriously good.
Olive Garden, when you're here.
That was seriously good, guys.
Oh man, I gotta say, that's definitely one of the most, highly produced commercials we've seen yet.
Yeah, setting a new benchmark.
The chicken has some marks.
Crostata is a good one. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, they definitely know how to make this breadsticks and make some seriously good food.
Seriously good. You said it. You can tell he likes the breadsticks.
Ooh.
There may be no dad in the picture this time, but there are definitely breadsticks.
He's got the crazy breadstick eyes going on, you know?
The breadstick eyes, yeah. He's just kind of got the breadstick hair.
You know, maybe they're talking about moms. Maybe they want to apply this to moms because dads get too much credit. And hashtag fit mom.
Well, hey, I mean, if Donna's still in the picture and it's serious, he could be the next dad.
He could be the next dad. That's a very good point. Maybe this is kind of a new dad kind of a commercial.
Maybe it means that if you come to Olive Garden, you too will become a dad. Eventually. Eat enough breadsticks, you can become a dad.
Well, I mean, when you're there, you're family.
You're absolutely right about
And
that.
dad is family.
Yeah.
Has there ever been the family at home in an Olive Garden?
Yeah, that was in the last one, I think.
I think it was the last one with the 3 generations of garden fans.
So that's not entirely new, but it is unique in its own way.
Yeah, and you could always speculate whether or not the home is connected to the Olive Garden. It's kind of a combo experience.
Well, I think that's really nice. Oh man, that first shot though. The kid's face is just like, man, I don't want to be on this couch with my mom until he hears breadsticks, and then he's all in.
You know, I have never seen a guy that smiley since in middle school. So what I'm gonna say here is that he must be really happy he's at Olive Garden.
That's a great point because when you see those eyes right here, check this out. And the eyebrow raise, the subtle eyebrow raise and the head turn.
I gotta say, this guy definitely has the best facial expressions I've seen yet.
Yeah, some of the most... I mean, we said in the last one there was a lot of facial expressions going on in the last commercial, but I think there might be even more in this one.
Yeah.
We'll probably hire specifically trained face actors for these commercials.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it's so short, you can't say it all with words. You gotta say it with your
And
face.
I mean, the words they say aren't that great, but the faces really make it.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I think the words are pretty good. I mean, you make a good point, but I think there's some pretty good words in this commercial.
You can tell, you'll see it coming up, but in the start of the next commercial, when the plate comes on the table with the mom, you see that she's really shocked at how good the food is there, and that shows how amazing Olive Garden is.
Yeah, that's a great point. You really catch that when you study the faces in a commercial like this. Important to talk about the crostatas as well. I mean, you don't get that just everywhere.
No, I don't. Did they invent the crostata?
Olive Garden
Probably
might
not.
have invented the crostata.
But they definitely invented this kind of crostata.
Yeah, I mean, I think crostata is kind of an ancient Italian recipe that goes back to the beginning of Italy. It's actually a town in Italy, possibly. That's just speculation.
You know, when you come to Olive Garden, you don't even need an airport. You just go to Olive Garden, you're already in Italy. It's like the quickest way there. It's like a teleportation to Italy, and I don't know how they do it.
That's a great point. Why would you take airplane to Italy or anywhere? I mean, you just step into
You
step
don't
into
need
a
an
garden.
airport when you have an Olive Garden.
That's so true. I mean, that's really creates a whole new perspective on air transportation and travel.
Right.
Ryan, do you have some thoughts on that?
Certainly, no, I agree, totally.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Glad to hear it.
Seriously.
I like how the only way the mom can get like an actual conversation with her son is to go to Olive Garden and like bribe him with breadsticks.
She knows the breadsticks are the key. Once she gets those sticks in there, anything's possible. I mean, you can tell from that last shot he's kind of a jokester. The guy's kind of right here.
He's got that face.
He's definitely got that face. But you know, if there's one thing he's not joking around about, it's that those breadsticks. That's serious. Maybe. I mean, anything's possible.
Really
in the
skirting
garden.
around that question.
Absolutely.
He just wants the breadsticks. He wants to get those breadsticks and get out of there.
I think mom was hoping that he would really open up when she took him to his favorite restaurant, but I think he's more focused on the food than on the conversation. I don't think she knew he was that big of a breadstick buff.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember being this close with my mom before. Maybe Olive Garden brings the levels up, because they almost look like they're hitting on each other, but yet they're just...
I'd say Olive Garden brings the levels up
they're
pretty consistently.
Yeah, definitely bringing the levels up. I'll agree with you there.
I mean, when mom says this is serious, they're maybe she's asking if they're in a serious relationship with each other, and jokester says seriously good, and then she gets joked around.
I mean, he's thinking about that crostata is what he's thinking about.
Yeah.
And crispy Asiago cheese crostatas. They got the chicken crostata, the steak crostata, and the cheese crostatas.
Yeah, it's like anything could be a crostata.
Might as well have breadstick crostatas. I mean, he might as well say, ooh, crostatas. You don't know. You know he's thinking about that crostata.
I think we get a really good look at the restaurant decor in this one. Just want to point that out.
That's a good point.
You got those
Flowers
plastic
back
flowers
there.
in the background, and
Got
the
the
Olive
wine
Garden
rack.
logo you can see was in the background.
Big wine rack going on.
And
Once again, you notice the sharp...
that shot right there with the plates on the things.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
that's a classic.
I always love when they show the plates.
Plates on the wall. It's kind
Plates
of
on the wall. That's a very Olive Garden thing.
Yeah, because you can't eat off of them because they're on the wall, but you know that they have plates. Once again, you see the sharp contrast in the lighting between the home environment and the garden environment.
Yeah, it's very, gray
cool and gray lighting.
Yeah,
It's almost like they don't even have any lights on.
Yeah,
Like they're just sitting there in the dark.
but once they get into Olive Garden, that's when it really lights up.
Lighten things up in there. I mean, that's what.
Lightens the mood.
I mean, you talk about turning those levels up. It's couldn't be more true.
Can't be.
Very warm lighting.
Warm, absolutely. Because you got warm food, you need warm lighting. to get
Yeah,
that
and you're
food
with your
nice and
family,
warm.
so it's always
Yeah, they have a really good texture inside of Olive Garden. It's very warm, and some people say that you sometimes need the right kind of color to eat in the atmosphere. And I think Olive Garden brings that right color to make you want to eat their glorious food.
That's very true. It is a nice texture.
They definitely know textures and they know colors.
I think Olive Garden, more than just food, more than just a life, Olive Garden is an art, and it really doesn't get the respect it deserves.
Yeah, well, with commercials like this, I mean, you watch this and you can see that's a family tradition right there.
Some real family.
Interesting how the waiter doesn't really play much of a part in this one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Doesn't have any dialogue. More of just a passerby.
Okay, well, at the beginning here, I want to look at this guy's face. As the mom mentions his dad or whatever, and his face is just kind of like in recoil.
He looks a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's definitely very uncomfortable before he mentions the breadsticks.
Yeah. Maybe there's some dad tension in there.
Are breadsticks like a father figure for him?
Maybe there's new dad.
You know, they say you really need a father figure if you're a son. If the mother figure can't do it all, you need a father figure to look up to. So that means that breadsticks are something he looks forward to being when he grows up. If he eats enough of them, he will be a breadstick. He will be Olive Garden, and he will be eaten by his new guests.
Great
Can't
point.
argue with that.
Great point.
Nice salad and breadsticks. I love how it just has that one little strand of noodle hanging off his fork.
Oh, exactly. You know, because you always got more noodles.
Yeah, so you always gotta, go down to the very last noodle. You gotta get it all.
Absolutely. I mean, you see the crostadas there, but I don't know if that... He ordered some noodles, though.
What even is a crostata then? Because it's like, there's the chicken crostata? Was that one of them?
Yeah, then there's steak.
And then there's the steak crostata.
Then there's the cheese
and then
crostata.
So there's grilled chicken. Is the fact that the chicken and steak is grilled, does that make it a crostata? Because I don't think that
crispy Asiago cheese is crostatas.
Grilled,
yeah.
Because that's like a totally different food. The other ones are just like chunks of meat, and that's like almost a pizza thing.
Maybe crostata just can be anything.
Maybe it's about the pasta that's on the dish, and then the other meats are just to go along with it.
It's possible.
Maybe. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I mean, he clearly ordered a more of a spaghetti type of noodle texture rather than the kind of noodles you're seeing in those crostata shots. As you can see from his fork right here.
Right. Well, nobody ever said that he ordered the crostata.
That's very true.
He's probably just, he'll get the spaghetti because that's what he knows, but he's really in it for the breadsticks. I mean, you see that first scene, he reaches straight for the breadstick,
That's a great point. I mean, he's a breadstick guy all the way through this commercial. He's got breadsticks on his mind.
Before the commercial starts, are they hanging out at home or at a furniture store?
It might be a furniture store.
Could be both.
Yeah.
They could live at a furniture store,
It could be Bed
point,
Bath
good
and
point.
Beyond, trying out the new bed, seeing if they like it.
And going to the bath,
Yeah.
And then
We'll
Olive
just go
Garden.
beyond.
Olive Garden is beyond.
Yeah, Olive Garden's there.
It's very true. I mean, I think Bed Bath and Beyond is kind of the Olive Garden of furniture. They're just both family traditions.
It's true.
Well, I mean, in my family, we'd always go to Bed Bath and Beyond and then straight to Olive Garden,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe the reason why in the movie Click with Adam Sandler, he went beyond is because he went to Olive Garden. And Olive Garden is the all-consuming, time-consuming machine that takes you wherever you want to go. And it pauses time. It's an airport that takes you wherever you want in Italy. And that's where it's at.
Yeah, that's a great point. I never even made that connection, but now that you brought up that perspective, it really sheds a whole new light on things.
When you want to hang out with your mom, where do you go?
It's the Olive
You go to
Garden.
Olive Garden?
Definitely
I
Olive
think
Garden.
so.
I think that's unanimous.
Yeah.
But is that like the place you go at the end of the night?
I think you can go there any time of day.
Yeah, whenever you're
Definitely.
feeling like you want to be family.
Yeah. I mean, once you start thinking about those breadsticks, I mean, anything's possible.
Oh, yeah.
So they're both wearing different clothes in the shot, which is important. We saw that in the previous previous commercial as well. Now in the last one, they were it seemed like they were recounting a previous experience. Are they doing in this one? Are they recounting a past Olive Garden trip, or are they getting excited for the future?
I feel like they're getting excited for the future because, you know,
The
kid's
breadsticks
face.
reaction.
Yeah, the kid's face at first is like, "Oh, where's this going?" But then he hears breadsticks, and then that's when you know. And
That's
then,
true.
Then they cut to Olive Garden, which I assume they just go to later. You know.
Yeah, but they had to change clothes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are they wearing their Olive Garden clothes in the previous
Well, yeah,
shot?
I mean, everybody has their own pair of Olive Garden clothes that they wear exclusively at Olive Garden.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it already seemed like the guys' clothes were already fancy, but I guess they're like, well, it's not fancy enough. We have to get Olive Garden fancy. So they had more colors that made them pop out more, so they pop out more with their food.
True, you got to kick it up to that next level.
You really got to try to blend into Olive Garden's palette when you go there.
I mean, it's such a diverse palette, you know. You got to think about the full spectrum of food.
I really like how this commercial shows us the establishing of a family tradition of going to Olive Garden.
It's true. It's a whole new tradition, and
The tradition of going with just your mom when your dad works late.
yeah,
Right.
he's gonna be
And-
thinking. He's gonna be hoping Dad works late more often.
Yeah, and I think the mom is trying to do this not just to get into her son's life and understand more about what he's doing, but to kind of prepare him to become the man of the house, you know, because they're going without the dad, so they're getting the Olive Garden dad training for this guy.
This is dad training, you know? He's probably been to Olive Garden with his dad on past occasions, but now he's trying to be the dad on his own. He's trying to take matters into his own hands and be that, get his dad training the next level.
Definitely taking the first step.
He's definitely got that dad sense of humor.
Right.
That's true. That's a good first step
can
for the
tell.
dad.
By the way his mom reacts to his behavior.
I'd be interested to see a sequel to this with Dad involved. Maybe that's something that's still in the Olive Garden commercial pipeline. You know, maybe they're shooting that this up for the upcoming season.
Yeah, that would be an interesting angle.
I do hope they continue this storyline. It's
Absolutely.
definitely very interesting.
I mean, it feels like it's really just begun.
Yeah, these characters are really easy to connect with, you know.
True, very true. Especially the guy's hair.
Right. Everybody has hair like that.
Everybody. Just the way he says maybe. I mean, there's just so much there.
Yeah, like you know what
Got that-
what he means.
He's got that likable rogue thing going for him.
Exactly.
You know he's gonna be a dad when he says maybe with Donna.
Absolutely.
Just some time with Donna, and then finally they'll have kids, and they take their family down there. Family tradition number 2.
You can tell he's trying to mask the truth with just downing Italian food. You know.
True, but at the same time, I think he's thinking, I gotta take Donna to Olive Garden.
That's also very true.
Because, I mean, Olive Garden's a family place.
Yeah, I think once he takes Donna to Olive Garden, that's when he's officially, you know, stepped it up.
Stepped
it up to the next level in the relationship.
Stepped into her family.
Right.
He's stepped into dad zone number 2, and dad zone number 3 he's gonna have to work hard to get to, but he's really doing a great job, and you can tell he's gonna be a great dad.
You can tell. I mean, if there's anywhere to get your dad zones up, it'd be Olive Garden. Grilled steak medallions. It's like you won something. It's like they're awarding you.
And I noticed in all the Olive Garden commercials, there are no obese people in the background. That's just, I feel like maybe you lose weight when you come to Olive Garden, and their medallions are just them saying, "Hey man, you're doing great. If you come over here, you'll lose weight and you'll be thin just like me." Olive Garden.
I mean, it's all about healthy eating, really.
Right, I mean, they have unlimited salad, and everybody knows the more salad you eat, the healthier you are. So unlimited salad equals unlimited health.
Exactly, and breadsticks, these are not normal breadsticks. These are Olive Garden breadsticks. Olive Garden breadsticks are shown to have vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin D, and vitamin C. And they really, come with your daily nutrition.
That's a lot of vitamins. That's definitely the kind of breadsticks you want to go for.
Yeah, none of that Fazoli's crap.
No, no.
That only has vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't just survive on vitamin D.
Her reaction to that plate of food is just, she can't handle it. I think maybe when she sees his plate of food, that's the moment when she realizes she's not getting any answers out of this kid. He's all about the food tonight. She saw that one coming, I think.
Yeah. She set him up for that.
Man, that face that she makes when you put, you're right. You're
It's just
right.
overwhelming.
So maybe when she asks about is this serious, maybe she's talking about Donna and his relationship with Donna. But then he thinks too much about the food, and he cheats on Donna with the great food.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that.
I think the biggest mistake Jared made about Subway is not being a client at Olive Garden who lost all his weight. Yeah, I mean, he should have worked there instead of Subway. I mean, this is a real place instead of sub sandwiches.
I don't get any sub sandwiches here.
I mean, look at that Asiago cheese. What more could you? When you talk about cheese, that's the ultimate cheese.
Asiago,
Yeah,
the king of cheeses.
that's the top level of cheese.
It's the cream of the crop.
You know, Asiago was created by a bunch of Asian NASCAR drivers, and
Yeah, that's when you talk about steak. You look at that steak, you say that's some of the best steak I've seen anywhere. You can even go to Outback Steakhouse. You won't get the kind of steak that you get at Olive Garden.
Yeah, you think you go to a place like Texas Roadhouse and it's going to have better steak than you can find at Olive Garden, but you'd be wrong.
I mean, because you don't get that kind of quality if you go to the Outback Steakhouse. It's just not a family atmosphere.
they raise their cows inside of the kitchen, and they feed them Olive Garden food.
I bet
the
cows at Texas Roadhouse don't even have a family.
Yeah,
And what kind of
they're all
life would
orphan
that be
cows.
as a cow?
They're all stringy.
Yeah, when I eat out, I want to taste the family.
Right.
That's a great point. I mean, you get the family. You get all 5 senses of family. Really, you get the full family experience coming in from every angle.
Have we talked about the soundtrack yet? Because I think we should talk about.
That's an excellent point.
What's your take on the
Thank you.
soundtrack?
I think this is one of the better soundtracks for an Olive Garden commercial. It's kind of got like a jazzy New Orleans vibe to it. There's a piano playing, and a drum.
Yeah,
I mean, what does it make you think when you hear?
Well, it definitely makes me think Olive Garden.
certainly.
Like
But I see what you mean. They're really taking it to the next level.
I think what it kind of represents is March, have a great day. You're going to have a great time coming over here, and you're going to not regret it. That's Olive Garden for you.
I mean, it's the kind of music that makes you can't resist going to a place like that when they're playing those tunes. I mean, you're right about that piano, especially towards the beginning.
Yeah,
It really.
It's kind of mischievous.
Yeah.
And it picks up
And he's
right when the
mischievous
food,
too,
when it
absolutely.
starts showing the food, it
Uh-huh.
picks up, and then that's how you know it's real.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's almost this kid's personal soundtrack.
This is probably just playing in his head like 24/7.
Yeah, I bet he's got this on his iPod, probably a whole playlist.
Oh yeah. So one thing I want to consider, the possibility of Donna being the waitress.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
that shakes things up.
That was.
Whoa.
'Cause they never mention
either.
Donna while she's serving them.
It doesn't even look like they may have talked to her. Maybe once, but she's very happy, so maybe.
And you know, so they're wearing different clothes
True.
at the places. So maybe the first part is when they're establishing their tradition. The next part is when they're like, 6 months in of going to Olive Garden every night, and the past few months when we're going to Olive Garden, he's met this waitress and they've really hit it off.
She gives him a subtle head nod coming up when she hands him the breadsticks. So you could be onto something here. I mean, we're gonna get a couple waitress shots. First, you got
that
smile.
Check this out.
Her smile even widened her.
She
and
had
she
a
gave
smile.
him a head nod.
Yeah, she had a
I
smile.
saw a
She
wink.
looked at the guy, and then her smile widened. You saw that right in the edge of her mouth. It was like,
She doesn't even give the mom that smile. Like when she's already smiling large. Like when she sees the dude, she's like, dun, 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 and the smile just gets massive. And
that's a massive smile.
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point. I thought the waitress was insignificant, but
Could have way more significance than we thought.
absolutely. I mean, you check that smile out there, but then check out this next shot, though. Watch for the nod at the very end here. See that?
Oh yeah, and he was definitely looking at her. Yeah.
Good catch.
Most
good
definitely.
Catch.
I think what also helps the food taste great is the nice people there that are helping you out, and she just seems like a great person, and they'd be great together.
I think she's still in the picture. I think if we've determined one thing from this commercial, it's that Donna's
Yeah.
definitely still in the picture.
Of
So
course.
since he met the waitress at Olive Garden, does that mean they're already family when they start dating?
Good point. Maybe they're trying to go beyond just family.
Beyond family.
Maybe they're trying to go Bed Bath and beyond.
Yeah, because right now, they're just family. They met in Olive Garden. They give each other smiles and stuff, but she's probably gonna take it more serious than just family.
More than family. You're right about that.
More than family, it's all family.
Man, I mean, it's still open to interpretation, but I have to think that your analysis on that is spot on. I think hard to argue with that.
You made some excellent points.
All the evidence seems to back it up.
Right, and I like to think that the two Asiago cheese crostadas being placed there together is sort of a symbolism for these two people coming together and starting this beautiful relationship, which will lead to a whole new generation of families going to Olive Garden every night while Dad's out working.
Absolutely. That's why they're so different from the other crostadas, is because this is really a new kind of family.
Maybe instead of having family therapy with a therapist, maybe they should just go to Olive Garden, because everybody
that's
seems
what
so
they're
much
doing here.
happier. It's family therapy. Olive Garden isn't just food; it's family therapy.
Right. Well, I mean, this is obviously the only place where the mom can get a decent conversation with her son sometimes.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a good point. You really see those. It's about more than just the food. Food's a great. I don't want to say anything negative about the food. It's a critical aspect of the experience, but there's a lot more going on there than just a great Italian cuisine.
No, the food is very important, but you're right. It's about the full package,
Yeah.
It's about the product. It's about the whole experience. You can't just judge Olive Garden on the food. That would be doing it a great disservice. I mean, as great as the food is, and the food is definitely great. It's top-notch Italian food, but it's the location, it's the family. You just got to get all that together.
Absolutely. I mean, the commercial splits it up. I mean, it probably shows just as much family as it does food, because it wants to emphasize it's not all about the food.
Right.
But they do. Olive Garden does have trained chefs all over the world from Italy, and they are the best from Italy, and they come to every single Olive Garden, each of them from Italy, and you're gonna have a great dining experience with them there.
Good point. You don't want to forget about those great chefs from Italy at the Olive Garden. Looks like we're starting to wrap things up here. So, anyone have any final thoughts on this commercial?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sam, what did you think of this commercial?
I just love how they slather on all that sauce. Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
I don't really have too many words about this commercial. It's very exciting, hip, and it just brings a smile to my face. I really just, it makes me happy. I don't really know what else to say.
It's good.
Ryan, closing comments?
Well, this commercial just blew me away. Can we go to Olive Garden? After this is over?
I think we might be going to Olive Garden.
Oh, well, definitely, every time.
Before and after
Every
every
day,
Garden
Olive
cast.
Garden, sleeping Olive Garden, dreaming Olive Garden. Olive Garden is more than a lifestyle. It is not a hobby. This is Olive Garden. We live Olive Garden.
Couldn't have said it better.
I thought...
Now I think we got something else. Sam, do you have something for us?
Well, I think Ryan has something he wanted to say.
Oh, I thought Max was going to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got something real special coming up here. We've got a whole gallery of fan art. You wouldn't believe it. Our fans have really, come through this time. I didn't expect this to happen, but we've got a whole load of really quality content that people have whipped up for us, and they put a whole bunch of effort into this really nice fan art. So we just want to show off a few of the select pieces that we found, because we can't show them all. We got way too many, but we just got to show off a few of these. So take a look at these. They're really great.
Wow.
Oh man, those were some of the best drawings and paintings and sculptures I've ever seen. I don't know where they get that much creativity, but it just blows me away. I'm so impressed by our fans, and I can't wait to see more.
Yeah, keep it
from this
coming,
video.
guys.
Words cannot even describe how beautiful your
Right,
your
I'd have to
pictures
draw
are.
another painting to describe how good all this artwork was.
I mean, you talk about unlimited breadsticks. Let's see some unlimited fan art, guys.
Right,
Keep it coming.
I can't wait to see
Let's
all
get a
this
whole new
fan art
basket of fan
to
art.
just come pouring in, and we're gonna make sure we display all of the very best. And if you take your time and you put in some great content, we're gonna make sure that we show that off.
Great job, guys. We'll talk to you again.
It was very nice. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, keep those breadsticks flowing unlimited.
See you again soon.